This is Water Valley Blue Devil Classic Football. This game features the Water Valley Blue Devils and the Bruce Trojans. The game was played on September 29th, 1995 at Bruce. The final score was Water Valley 7, Bruce 8. And now here's Bill Morgan and Don Brooks.
Once again, TV7, TV34 bringing you our game of the week here at Bruce as the Trojans host the Water Valley Blue Devils. And, you know, we were talking earlier, Don, Water Valley, although they have lost, they've lost to Senatobia, Oxford, and Lafayette. So, you know, it's some losses, but yet they've lost to some great teams, big schools.
Oh, you're right about that. Water Valley comes in with a very good defense. Their offense has been a little bit of erratic this year, and they're going to go against a very good defense tonight in the Bruce Trojans. So look for a low-scoring game, and whoever catches the brakes and doesn't turn the ball over should win the football game.
That's exactly right. Of course, both these teams have lived by the defense. Their defenses in years. Water Valley with a great defense. We saw them against Lafayette County a couple of weeks back, but it'll be a defensive struggle, I think, here tonight. A low-scoring game, as we talked about, and I don't think we'll see a shutout tonight, but I don't think we'll see a high score.
Okay, we're about ready to get it underway. Gray's going to kick it off here for the Blue Devils. Back deep, you have Spencer and Thomas waiting at the 10-yard line for the Trojans. We're underway. Kicked right down the middle of the field, going to be taken by Thomas at the 15. Thomas to the 20, 25, up the middle, up to the 35, the 40. Good running room across the 40, up to the 43. And that's an exciting play by Marcus Thomas to get this one underway. And he's an exciting runner indeed, and I know you've taken a look at him a lot this year, Bill.
That's right, Marcus Thomas, a big play runner. He's a big play offensive guy for the Trojans, and you just saw there, he had some great blockers, though, by the way. But yet, Marcus Thomas, a great running back here for Bruce, a big asset for the offense. Look for him to lead the Trojans in rushing tonight.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. Ball rests at the 43-yard line. Logan and Spencer come wide to the right. Marcus Thomas in the backfield, along with Anderson. Quarterback is number 14, Keith Tillman. He's a junior. Played sparingly last year before taking over the starting position this year. Handoff to Anderson, nowhere to go. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss on the play. Number 47, Kevin Wise, was the first man to hit him for the Blue Devils.
The stop was made by Wise.
It'll be 2nd down and 11 yards to go for the Trojans.
2nd 11 for the Trojans.
Water Valley has a very good defense. We'll take a look at 2 good defenses here tonight. Split back formation. Spearman in the game at fullback now for the Trojans. Wide receiver Logan goes wide to the left with Spencer. Play action, handoff to the tailback, stacked up at the line of scrimmage by number 51, Sam Pryor, for another loss on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. And no running up the middle so far here for the Trojans. Anderson will check in as Spearman goes out here at the 3rd and long situation.
Bring up 3rd and 11.
Sam Pryor, number 51, one of the top defensive ends for Water Valley, coming in at 205. He's a junior. Spencer comes wide to the right. Double tight end set here for the Trojans. Marcus Thomas, the electrifying running back, lines up along with Anderson behind Tillman. Tillman, pitch sweep to Thomas. Thomas looking for room across the corner, the 45, 50. Hit at the 48 and drop. We have a flag on the play. He's going to be close to a 1st down, but let's wait and see what the penalty flag. It came from the back judge. Did you see what that might have been there, Bill?
I sure did, and it did come from the back judge, Don, but I did not see what that was. We'll wait to see what the call is.
It's going to be a clip against Bruce. That'll back him up 15. And so it's going to be 3rd down and long coming up here for the Trojans, as that will go backwards from the spot of the foul and force Bruce into a passing situation here. Just underway, 1st quarter, a game that we've been waiting for all year, the big rivalry between Water Valley and Bruce. Here from Trojan Field, Water Valley has won the last 2 years, 27-0 and 20-0. But the Trojans trying to avenge those losses here tonight. Spencer in the slot, Logan wide to the left. I formation now for the Trojans. Back to throw, no, a draw play given to Thomas, and he is stacked up back at the 26. Pryor was there once again, along with Kirkendall, and number 64, Weekly, also there to make the stop, and it'll be 4th down and a very impressive defensive stand for Water Valley on this opening drive. -, yards for Bruce.
That's right. They have really come on defensively from the line and controlling the game from the line. Blue Devils doing the job. Bruce forced to punt.
Back to kick it away for the Trojans. Number 12, Freddie Bullard,
back in punt formation for the Trojans.
standing back at his own 13-yard line, and Bruce going to have to burn a timeout, and that won't make Coach Ferguson happy. They might have only had 10 men on the field. I'm not sure what it would be. Okay, back deep to receive is George Walls and also Reggie Pulley, the quarterback, back in at the own 40-yard line for Water Valley. Bullard gets off the kick. It's a high, wobbly kick. Fair catch called for at the 45 by Walls. So the Blue Devils take over in excellent field position from the 45-yard line.
Bullard.
So the Blue Devils will take over for the first time tonight with excellent field position.
And you know, Don, they have to be thinking Water Valley has had the number in this series. They have won the last 2 games easily over the Trojans, and now they have great field position, their first play on offense.
And George Walls is now taking over as quarterback. He hasn't played the last couple of games that we saw. They had Reggie Pulley, but Walls is the quarterback out of the I formation on the option. Pitches to the tailback up to the 50. Has room to the 40. He's to the 35 and tripped up at the 27-yard line of Bruce. Nice run in there by number 34. That is Ken Turner. And a big gain on the first play. Just a little option play that Water Valley is known for running. And a nice gain on the play. Down to the 29 is where they're going to mark him down. First and 10 for the Blue Devils, excuse me. Almost said Wildcats there. We've had Wildcats the last few weeks. I formation. Walls on the option. Same play. Hit this time for a gain of a couple to the 27. Good penetration by the Trojans. Turner able to spin for 2 to the 27. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. Water Valley in the visiting white tonight. Blue trousers, blue helmets. And Bruce in the blue and gold. Once again, the I formation. Kirkendall goes wide to the right. Walls looks over the defense, sits men across the front. Here's the give to the fullback, and he has a little bit of room down to about the 25. Gain of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a passing situation, third down and 6 for the Blue Devils. That was Peacock on the carry. Tackle made by Andy Scoggins, junior, for the Trojans. Third down and 6. I formation for the Blue Devils. Wide receiver to the right. Here's the give to the tailback. Turner, not much room as he gets to the 23. Fourth down and 4 coming up here for Water Valley. Most likely a situation here where they will go for it on 4th down and 4. A little bit too far out for a field goal here. Water Valley not as strong a kicking game as we saw last year. Turner in the backfield at the I back. Double tight end for Water Valley. Here's the option with Walls. Walls looking for room. Still on his feet. Dropped at the 21. And he appears to be close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot.
Tackle was made by Spearman.
Spearman made the stop there for the Trojans. And they're going to bring in the chains to measure here. On 4th down and 4. And Water Valley very close to the first down.
As you said, Don, they'll have to measure. Spearman wrapped him up, but not before he was right at the first down marker. And if it's a first down play, it'll be great field position. Water Valley will definitely be threatening to score first.
So we'll wait and see what the chain gang, as they put it down, and it's going to be very close. They're stretching the chain out.
Bruce says they don't have it. We'll wait and see the signal.
If it's short, it's going to be mighty close. He didn't make it. Bruce will take over by a matter of centimeters, it looked like. The referee put his fingers together, and it couldn't have been any closer.
Don, that's as close as I've ever seen it in high school, college, pro, what have you. And the Trojans did the job. Omega Spearman coming in to wrap him up, and now the Trojans will have possession. But that was as close as they come.
First down, Trojans from their own 25-yard line. No score. 6:52 to go here in the first quarter. Spencer comes wide right for the Trojans. Anderson and Thomas in the backfield behind Tillman. Tillman gives it off right side. Not much room for Marcus Thomas as he's stacked up at the 18-yard line. Might have gotten to the 19, and they will spot it at the 19, so a loss of a yard on the play. Bruce with minus yardage here in the early going of the first quarter.
No gain, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Trojans.
Minus 6 yards on 4 carries tonight for the Trojans. Water Valley has rushed 5 times for 35 yards tonight. Spearman in the backfield now, fullback for the Trojans. Spencer wide to the left. Logan to the right. Pitch sweep to Spearman, the big man, at 230. Looking for room. Gets to the corner, up to the 35, and he's still on his feet to the 50, down to the 40, down to the 33-yard line. First down, Trojans. Armiga Spearman, the All-State running back and linebacker, with a huge gain down the far sidelines as 1st and 10 Trojans.
1st and 10.
Caldwell made the stop.
And, you know, I don't know where he's more valuable. He's such a great linebacker on defense and leads the defense and tackles. But, you know, you give him the ball, you get a huge play offensively out of him. So Armiga Spearman doing the job on both sides tonight.
And that's why so many scouts are looking at him. Not only is he big and strong, but he's fast as well. And he showed it right there getting around the corner. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line of Water Valley. Tillman barks out the signals. Tillman pitch sweep to Thomas. Thomas cuts it inside to the 30, 25. He's to the 20. Flag goes down, though. This one may come back. Still inside the 10 down to about the 5-yard line.
But we have a flag.
Let's wait and see, because this one may go against Bruce. And it looks like it will indeed, as you saw Coach Ferguson not happy with the call. So this one will come back, and that will negate an excellent run by Marcus Thomas.
As you said, an excellent run. He had some great cuts on the run, and that would have been a great scoring position had that play have counted, but they will bring it back, Don. I don't know what the penalty was.
We'll wait and see the official call here from the officials. And they're going to mark it way back, so it's a huge penalty. All the way back to the 49, another clip against Bruce.
Move the ball back to their own 49.
So they'll mark it back at the 49. And they have to go all the way to the 23 of Water Valley. So 2nd down, 28 yards to go. Second penalty against Bruce. Both of them clipping penalties for 29 yards. Spearman back in the game at fullback along with Marcus Thomas. Brad Logan goes wide to the left, and we're going to get officials timeout now. It appears. Not sure what this is all about. Now they start the clock. We're ready for action. Spencer comes wide to the right, Logan to the left. Keith Tillman, the quarterback, up into the center. 4-man front for Water Valley. Quick out to Spencer. Spencer to the 50. Slips and goes down at the 45. And we have a late hit, looks like, against the Blue Devils. That'll probably tack on 15 more, as they might have hit him while he was out of bounds.
We have another flag.
And that is indeed the call, Bill. Personal foul against the Blue Devils, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Well, you know, Spencer was scrambling around, and, you know, they had him drop back, and then he was able to scramble, get 2 or 3 more yards, and get knocked out of bounds and got the late hit. So great play there by Spencer to get away from some tacklers and yet get the penalty too.
5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score between the Trojans and the Blue Devils. Blue Devils coming in with a record of 2-3. Trojans, of course, 4-0 on the year, with their only close game coming at Charleston. They won it 21-20 2 weeks ago. They're going to mark it down to the 30-yard line, and So the Trojans will have the ball back down at the 30 now. After 2 penalties pretty much offset those plays. And it's still second down, 5 yards to go.
2nd and 7 for the Trojans.
Make it second down 7 from the 30. They have to get to the 23. Spearman and Thomas lined up to the left of the quarterback behind him in the pro set. And to give it to Spearman. Spearman to the 30, inside the 30 to the 29. Gain of about a yard. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up here for Bruce.
Sam Pryor on the tackle.
Sam Pryor once again on the stop as he's
Gain of 1.
doing a good job from that defensive end position here for the Blue Devils. 3rd down and 6 from the 29. Anderson back in now, along with Marcus Thomas. 2 wide receivers in the game for the Trojans. Here's the handoff up the middle of the fullback down to the 25. That's going to be short of the 1st down. Marcus Thomas on the carry. And it'll be 4th down and about a yard for the Trojans as they mark it at the 24.
Tackle was made by Caldwell.
So a big play coming up here early in the game for the Trojans.
Be a key play if they can pick up the 1st down here, have great field position. And Thomas just short of the 1st down, and look for him to go forward here on 4th down and 1 yard.
4th and 1 for the Trojans. Brad Logan goes wide to the left. Coming wide to the right is Anthony Moore, or Gary Moore. I formation here, and Bruce will take a timeout here with 3:32 to go in the 1st quarter of play. Not much on the ground tonight for the Trojans. The big run by Spearman has them 46 yards total rushing for the night. Marcus Thomas, 4 carries, 0 yards, so he's been shut down here early. Ken Turner, 3 carries for 29 yards, leads the Blue Devils. Fourth down and 1 yard to go. Thomas and Spearman in the game for the Trojans. Tillman looks over the defense. Water Valley with a 4-3 alignment. Bruce has yet to throw only 1 pass. Handoff off the left side. He's got the 1st down, I believe. Tough yardage, but he got it. That's the big man, Spearman, off the left tackle for a gain of a couple. Wise made the stop for the Blue Devils. Oh, they gave him a bad spot there, Bill. Said his knee was down back at the 24, and that's going to be short from my view here, it looks like.
Of course, they will take measurement, I believe, but like you said, on a bad spot, and we'll see what happens here. They said his knee was on the ground, so it's all in where your knee hit. You know, it could go either way here.
So the officials playing a big part here in the early going as far as measurements. Water Valley was knocking on the door and came up about an inch short of a 1st down at the Bruce 20. Now the same thing for the Trojans. And according to that spot, I don't think he got anything from the previous mark. He's short. And Water Valley will take over, 1st and 10.
And you can hear the response from the home side, very disappointed. It looked like he had the 1st down, and then they said his knee was down. So once again, it backfires on the Trojans. Now Water Valley will have the ball back, the same type turnover.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. 2nd possession of the half. Turner along with Peacock in the backfield. A whole new backfield since the last time we saw the Blue Devils 2 weeks ago. They moved a tailback to quarterback and have 2 new running backs. Here's Turner off the right side, has room up to the 30, 35, and dropped there. Has enough for the 1st down, though, for the Blue Devils. A pickup of 11 on the play.
Was made by Thomas.
Marcus Thomas made the stop for the Trojans. Ken Turner, the key rusher right now, 4 carries for 40 yards. And he's doing it against a Bruce defense that has only given up 6.5 points this year per game. I formation from the 35. 5-man defensive front for the Trojans. Handoff to the fullback across the 35 up to the 39-yard line. A gain of about 4 on the play.
Peacock on the carry. The tackle was made
David Peacock, the ball carrier. Scoggins was there to make the stop once again. And it'll bring up second down and 6 here for the Blue Devils. George Walls, the quarterback. Walls, the senior. Here's the option. First man through, Peacock. He's got the first down across the 45 to the 46.
Peacock on the carry.
That'll move the chain. So back-to-back first downs here for the Blue Devils. And they're doing a good job here keeping it on the ground. Neither team very confident in their passing game. They're staying on the ground because both of them have good running attacks tonight. Peacock along with Turner in the backfield. Ball rests at the 45. Walls under the center. Only option, first man through, Peacock, another 5 yards. Nothing fancy, Bill. They just give it to Peacock, and he's pounding for 5 to 7 yards every time he carries.
They continue to do that, eventually wear the Bruce defense down. And here early in the first half of play, but it's working very well for them to stay straight up the middle on the ground. Peacock doing a great job along with Turner in the backfield.
Second down and 5 for the Blue Devils at the midfield stripe. I formation once again. Wide receiver to the far side. Walls calls the signals. Here's the option. Keeps it. Pitches it to the tailback Turner. First down to the 45. Still on his feet to the 42. And stopped there by number 11, Anthony Spencer. At the 42, but enough for the first down. A gain of 8 for Ken Turner. And the Blue Devils moving the ball here against this tough Trojan defense.
Spencer had to hit him head on. That was a nice running play by Turner, and Spencer caught him midfield with a collision and got a little assistance from Spearman, but they did pick up the first down play. Nice offensive movement there by the Blue Devils.
Of course, you guys fans who are watching tonight who haven't seen the Blue Devils play, you may be deceived by that 2-3 record, but they're a good football team. First down at the 42-yard line. Turner along with Peacock. Give us to Peacock off the right side, pounding inside the 40 to the 38. A gain of 4 for David Peacock.
That was made by Jenkins.
And after the loss to Lafayette County, Coach Chick Drury making some changes in that offensive backfield. He has gone with Walls instead of Pulley, and also has changed his backfield, has moved Ken Turner in at the tailback position. Ken Turner is a junior and Peacock a junior, so he's going with some of the younger players. I formation from the 38. Second down and 6 for the Blue Devils. 2 tight ends. Here's the option. Quarterback keeps it, no gain on the play. Spearman was there to trip him up at the 38.
Stop was made by Spearman.
And that'll bring up third down and 6 yards to go for the Blue Devils. And another big play coming up here for the Trojan defense. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So we played 1 quarter here from Bruce, and Water Valley and Bruce are all tied up 0-0. Third down and 6 from the 38-yard line for George Walls. I formation. Walls give to the fullback, and he is stopped. Might have had a whistle blown on the play, I'm not sure. I think the official stopped it. Offsides against Water Valley. That'll back them up 5 yards. Dead ball foul, so it'll be third down and 11 here. That was Chris Harris on the carry. First quarter stats for Water Valley: 12 carries for 78 yards on the ground, no yards passing. Bruce, 8 carries for 46 yards on the ground. They were led by Spearman with 47 yards. Ken Turner, 5 carries, 53 yards.
Third and 11 for the Blue Devils.
I formation. Chris Harris is in the game now, along with Turner. Back to throw is Walls, looking down the field. Throws on the middle, got a man open, overshot it. Intended for number 5, Chris Fox.
Incomplete, intended for
The
Fox.
tight end, junior.
Bring up fourth down.
And it'll be fourth down, and the Blue Devils will send in their punting unit. On fourth down and 11 yards to go. Early moments of the second quarter. No score in the game in case you just joined us. We've got a good defensive battle going here tonight between the Blue Devils and the Trojans. Anthony Spencer drops back to the 10-yard line. A bad snap over over the head of the punter. He's see if he can get it off. He's going to try to run. Not a good idea. And dropped at the 38-yard line. And Bruce will get Edsel in field position. And Bill looked like he had time to still get that punt off, but he tried to run with it.
That's right, and you know, you look at that play and you think about a game of this magnitude, two teams that's about equal as far as we can tell. You wait on a mistake to happen. The team that makes mistakes like that may come out on the short end, but that's what Bruce wanted to take advantage of, was a mistake like that by Water Valley, and you know, that could be the difference in this ball game tonight. These teams are really close.
Bruce gets Edsel in field position at the Water Valley 38-yard line. Spencer comes wide left, Logan to the right. Split back formation for the Trojans. 4-3 alignment for Water Valley. Tillman gives it off left side to Thomas. Thomas not much room to the 36. Gain of 2 on the play. And it'll be second down and 8 yards to go. That was Marcus Thomas on the carry.
Water Valley defensive line really doing the job here. They're making a big stand against this Bruce running game. Have been able to control it most of the way, except for a couple of good runs there we had by Thomas. I'll get it out in a minute. Spearman. And we had one by Thomas, but Water Valley defensive line doing a good job here tonight.
Split back formation for the Trojans. Spencer to the left, Logan to the right. Bruce has already used 2 timeouts. They only have 1 remaining. Here's the play action, back to throw down the sideline. Spencer wide open, and he's got it inside his 10 to the 6. First and goal for the Trojans. As Tillman laid it out there, over the shoulder catch there for Anthony Spencer. And how many times over the last couple of years have we seen Anthony Spencer get deep for a reception?
He has done it time and time again. You know, he done it here against Calhoun City, to put that, help put the winning drive together. Last year, Spencer has really, in some big games, come up with some big receptions, as he did then for the Trojans.
Second pass of the night for 36 yards. That's a gain of 30 on the play. First and 10 at the 6. Spearman in the backfield now for the Trojans, along with Marcus Thomas. Thomas has been shut down tonight, only 2 yards. Here's Spearman, the big man, going right, and he is inside the 5, close, down to about the 3, it appears. We'll wait and see what the mark is, but it'll be second down and goal, nevertheless, for the Trojans. Caldwell on the tackle for the Blue Devils. They're going to mark it at about the 4, it appears, or 3, second down and goal.
Spearman's such a big, powerful runner. You know, it just, you have to grab him, just hold on to him, try to pull him down. So strong, such a strong running back for Bruce.
I formation now for the Trojans. Here's the give to the tailback, Thomas, and Thomas is going to be stopped at about the 2. Hit low at about the 3, and he dove forward for an extra yard. Pickup of 1 on the play. It'll be third and goal for the Bruce Trojans. And here comes Anderson back in the game, replacing Spearman.
And this is really a big play here on third down, Don, because against a great defensive team like Water Valley, you get this close, you just want to take advantage of everything that you can. And this could be the difference in the whole outcome of the game. This is a big play for Bruce.
Wise made the tackle that time. Kevin Wise for the Blue Devils. Third and goal. Spencer, the wing back here. Anderson and Thomas in the backfield working out of the eye. Here's the give to Thomas. Thomas caught in the backfield and dropped at the 2. It'll be fourth and goal. Number 22 for Water Valley, the first man there, Roger Caldwell.
Tackle was made by Caldwell.
Here comes a new set of backs. They may go for the field goal here, and they will. Freddie Bullard is in the game, number 12. So Bruce going to try to put 3 points on the board, and they will have to kick it left to right here. This will be a 19-yarder.
Freddie Bullard for a 19-yard field goal.
Kick is up, and it is good. He splits the uprights. And Bruce draws first blood here with 8:24 to go in the first half. It's the Trojans 3, Blue Devils nothing. And both teams have to feel good about that situation. Trojans able to get some points out of it after the Water Valley turnover, and Water Valley has to feel good to hold them to a field goal. So we'll wait the kickoff here, coming up from Freddie Bullard. Back deep to receive is Reggie Pulley, the former
Remember to join us at halftime. We'll have the halftime show with the Water Valley Blue Devil Marching Band, followed by the Bruce High School Marching Band. All coming up at halftime here from Trojan Field. So be sure to join us for a great halftime show with two quality bands here tonight.
Of course, we'll give you a few picks on some SEC games also. We like to get those in. And stay tuned later for our star of the game. We will be selecting a player of the game toward the end of this matchup. Offsides penalty coming up against Bruce, I believe, as the flag came down right at the 40-yard line, so they'll have to do it all over again.
A little bit anxious there to get down on the Water Valley turf, Water Valley in the field, and Bruce gets the penalty, not what you wanted there, because that was a great kick there by the kicker for the Trojans.
Illegal procedure against the Trojans.
So they'll back them up 5, and they'll kick it again from the 35 now. As we said, Pulley will stand now up at his own 10-yard line. That was an excellent kick by Bullard, but he'll have to do it again. Some other action in the area tonight. Stay tuned later. We'll have some highlights from Calhoun City, Cleveland, and also Calhoun Academy had their homecoming tonight, taking on North Sunflower. So stay tuned for some action later on with those two ball games. Both Lafayette County and Oxford at home tonight. We'll get you some scores on them as well. Here's a short kickoff. Pulley will take it at about the 18. Pulley up to the 30, right up the middle of the 40. Still on his feet to the 47 and dropped at the 48-yard line. So Water Valley will have excellent field position as they take the ball over. And the bad snap turned into 3 points for Bruce. But now the Blue Devils will get it up around the 48, 1st and 10 to go.
That was made by Wesley Harris.
They have yet to throw a pass here tonight. They've kept it on the ground and have moved the ball well between the 20s, but Bruce has tightened down toward the goal line. I formation coming up now. George Walls, the quarterback. I formation for the Blue Devils. Give us to Peacock. Peacock spins inside the 50 into Bruce territory to the 46. Gain of 6 on the play for David Peacock. Scoggins once again on the tackle. He has been all over the place on defense. The junior at 185 for the Trojans.
7 to be 2nd and 3 for the Blue Devils.
And you know, this Blue Devil offense has been able to drive and get some deep penetration against Bruce, but you know, they've just come up a little short each time, Don.
2nd down, 4 yards to go. Peacock and Turner in the backfield behind Walls. Walls on the option. First man through is Peacock. Stacked up at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 2 on the play. Make it 1. Gain of 1. 3rd down and 3 coming up here for the Blue Devils. Seems like we've had a lot of 3rd down conversion opportunities here tonight for Water Valley.
3rd and 3 for the Blue Devils.
3rd down 3. Ball rests at the 45-yard line. Reggie Pulley in at wide receiver in the slot, along with number 6, who we do not have a listing for. Quick pass to Pulley at the 45. Pulley is dropped at the 44. Great play by number 1, Gary Moore, the senior. Strong safety for the Trojans, and it'll be 4th down.
Moore read the play well, caught the open field tackle. Just a great job there by Moore for the Trojans.
Blue Devils.
And Bruce defense doing the job here when Water Valley does go to the passing game.
So it is 4th down here for Water Valley. Looks like they're going to go for it. And they're going to take a timeout and talk it over as their first of the half. And Coach Drury will come onto the field. And Coach Logan will go out to talk to his defense. Wishbone formation now. The I bone here for Water Valley on 4th down. They give it to Turner. Turner is going to be good for the 1st down, I believe, to the 42. He had to get to the 43, and he looks like he crossed it here. But you never know with the way they've been spotting the ball here tonight.
I was going to say, Don, they hadn't had the official spot yet. You better hold up.
Looks good from here. We'll wait and see, though.
We have a flag.
Flag on the play. They right around the 42. And a face mask against Bruce, so it won't matter. That'll give him the 1st down. And there's no 5-yard face mask in high school, so that'll be 15 big ones against the Trojans.
That's a big play for the Blue Devils, even though they may have had the spot. done. They still get great yardage with 15 yards. Water Valley will be in excellent field position when they mark it off.
So that'll go all the way down to about the 27-yard line of Bruce. Water Valley trying to strike back, trailing 3-0, 6:17 to go. That is the fourth penalty against Bruce tonight. Water Valley has only won 49 yards in total yards on the penalties for the Trojans. I formation now for Water Valley. Peacock and Turner in the backfield. Kirkendall to the short side of the field from the 47. And here's the option. Walls is caught from behind and dropped by Casey Clark, number 5. Casey Clark, the senior linebacker, the leader of this team, calls all the plays along with Armiga Spearman.
Casey Clark picked up the run and able to drop him in the backfield. Just a great play there by Clark for the Trojans. And that's the type of defense this Trojan defense has. No matter who they play, they're going to be quick at the line, and they're doing the job here. Both teams doing the job defensively tonight.
2nd down and 1. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11, excuse me. Loss of 1 yard. I formation, double tight end. Give to Peacock. Peacock dragging tacklers inside the 20, down to about the 18. He's going to be close to another first down, maybe a little bit short, as he had to reach the 17-yard line. Moore made the tackle for the Trojans, number 1. And it will be 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 2 for the Blue Devils.
Number 3, Hardy, comes wide to the right for Water Valley. I formation on 3rd down and 1. Walls gives to the tailback Turner. Turner is going to be close to a first down. Appears that he might have it to about the 21.5-yard line.
Turner on the carry. The stop was made by Moore.
Moore once again on the tackle for the Trojans. And they're going to bring out the chains once again, it appears. No, it is a first down for Water Valley.
Water Valley.
They'll stop the clock with 4:54 to go in the game. Blue Devils own the march here inside the Bruce 20 for the 2nd time tonight. They were knocking on the door earlier and came up about an inch short of a first down. Kirkendall wide to the right. Peacock and Turner behind Walls. Walls will keep it rolling to the left. He's going to run. He's going to be stacked up back at about the 14-yard line.
Walls on the carry.
Not much room there for George Walls. Scoggins was there again, number 60, along with a host of Trojans.
Nice defensive pursuit there by the Trojans with Scoggins leading the way to, and they're going to have to play that aggressive. Water Valley threatening here deep in Bruce territory. This is where the Trojan defense will have to stand the test against a good Water Valley offense.
2nd down and 9 yards to go as they got to the 15. I formation once again for the Blue Devils. Whistle. And somebody might have moved. Not sure who that's against. We'll wait and see. Could be a delay of game. We'll wait and see what the official call is. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. So that will back them up 5 yards. And so it'll be 2nd down, 14 yards to go for the Blue Devils. Trailing in the game 3-0 with 3:50 to go in the first half. Johnny Morgan split wide to the right. Here's the give. First man through is Peacock, and he goes to about the 15. Got those 5 yards back. And they're going to mark him at the 16, so a gain of 4 on the play.
Peacock on the carry, stopped by Holland.
3rd down and 11 for Water Valley.
You know, Peacock, a small guy, but he really uses those legs to his advantage, and just a gritty runner for the Water Valley Blue Devils.
Make it 3rd down, 10 for the Blue Devils. I formation. George Walls on the option, pitches to the tailback, ball on the ground. Water Valley got it back, but they're going to have a huge loss on the play back to the 20, and that'll bring up 4th down and maybe too far for a field goal attempt. So look for the Blue Devils to go for it here. 4th down and 14, a loss of 4 on the play.
Sometimes the option play can hurt you, and it did there against Water Valley. They were fortunate to get the ball back. It just happened to bounce in the right direction, but now it's going to be a huge 4th down play done for Water Valley.
Reggie Pulley back in the game at quarterback for the Blue Devils.
4th and 14.
First time we've seen him tonight from the quarterback position. Maybe a passing situation. Kirkendall to the near side. Ball rests at the 20. He lobs it up for Kirkendall. Go get it. He can't make the catch. And Bruce will take over on downs at the 20-yard line.
Intended for Kirkendall, incomplete.
Kirkendall was double covered down in the corner, and the pass probably was not catchable as it landed out of bounds anyway.
Had he have caught that, it had been a great catch, but as you said, I think it was a little bit out of his hands. But now the Trojans, once again, will have an opportunity here with 2:25 to go in the first half. And the Trojan defense doing the job once again here back deep in their own territory. But they've come away. Now they have the ball back, so the Trojan defense once again shines.
So 2:25 to go in the game. As we said earlier, Bruce only in the first half. It may be late at night you're watching, but we're not quite over yet. Handoff left side up to about the 21. That was Anderson on the carry. Gain of 1. Bruce may just try to run out the time, but Water Valley going to take some time out and hope to get the ball back with 2:14 to go in the first half. Water Valley over 100 yards rushing tonight, but nothing to show for it. They trail 3-0. They've carried 21 times for 101 yards on the ground, and they're 0 for 2 passing, no yards. Been all running attack here tonight for the Blue Devils. Anderson and Thomas working out of the eye. Spencer comes wide to the left. Covered out on the corner by Chris White for Water Valley. Pitch sweep to Thomas. Thomas looking to the corner. Up to the 20, knocked out at the 24. Gain of about 4 on the play. Make it 3, gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd down and a long 6 coming up here for Bruce. And a good break there for Water Valley as he went out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. So if they can hold here, they will be able to get the ball back, possibly with good field position.
That's right, Don. This will be a big play for Bruce. Maybe, of course, hopefully to get some yardage. They want to gain and get that first down. But as you said, Water Valley looking at having some great field position with plenty of time on the clock.
3rd down and 6 for the Trojans. Thomas has been stopped here tonight by the Water Valley defense. He gets the ball again, has a little bit of an opening up to the 29, but I think he's short of the first down maybe. He had to get to the 30, and he was dropped just inside the 30. Water Valley will take their last timeout here to try to force a Bruce punt with 1:56 to go and try to get the ball back here in the late going and try to at least get a field goal before the half.
Don, as you said, I think they're just shy of the first down play. And do you take it on 4th down here, or do you punt it away to the Blue Devils?
I think you have to punt it away here. Don't take a chance this late in the half and hope that you can stop Water Valley, who will have to go a long way in only 1:56, and they've yet to complete a pass. So I think you take your chances here, punt it away, and don't take a chance of getting stopped.
4th and 1 for the
4th down, and Bullard will kick it away.
Freddie Bullard back in punt formation.
Water Valley will drop back with Reggie Pulley and George Wall standing at their own 38-yard line. Looks like they're going to set up for the return here. Good snap. Bullard gets off the kick. End-over-end kick is going to hit at the 45 and roll dead at about the 35. So an excellent kick. And so Water Valley will start from their own 35 with no timeouts remaining and 1:44 to go in the first half of play. 3-0 Bruce. Been a defensive struggle as we anticipated here tonight.
And we'll see how this Blue Devil offense will work under pressure. As you said, they have time, but no timeouts left. So it'll be a hurry-up offense here to try to get some points on the board before halftime.
And we'll see who they go with quarterback here. In the late going, it is Reggie Pulley. Back out at quarterback, the junior, 170-pounder. Johnny Morgan wide to the right.
Blue Devils.
Out of that wing back set that we saw against Lafayette. Up the middle to the 37, not much room for David Peacock. Gain of 2 on the play.
Tackle was made by Clark.
And they'll go with the no huddle here. And They stopped the clock to set the ball here with 1:15 to go. There's a flag down across the way, so that's why they stopped the clock. And we'll wait and see what this is going to be. Have some SEC action we'd like to talk about here a little bit later after we look at the marching bands from the two respective schools. We'll get some predictions on SEC action this weekend.
Illegal procedure.
That's going to be illegal procedure against Water Valley. That'll back them up 5 yards. Only 1:15 to go, and it will be 1st and 15. Here for the Blue Devils. And they have now gone to that wingback formation, Bill, that we saw against Lafayette County that worked so well in the second half against the Commodores with the one setback and the two wingbacks.
That's right. They're using that now. We'll see how that works against the Trojan defense. They have not used that tonight much.
We'll see if they come back in the second half with that alignment and use the fullback a lot up the middle.
Still having some problems down the line, Don.
We've had a little bit of problems here earlier in the game tonight as far as some spots have been questionable, but
1st and 15.
1st and 15, ball is at the 30-yard line for Water Valley. Peacock is the lone setback with a double wingback. Pulley drops back under pressure, gets away from one man, tries to run, and he is dropped. Ball on the ground. Bruce has it at the 30-yard line. So the Trojans get a break on the turnover. And we talked about this in the coaches show earlier tonight. Reggie Pulley makes a lot of turnovers, and he makes one here.
He really got pressured, as we said earlier, Don, if you can get pressure on him, and they did, and he coughed it up. Now the Trojans clock will be, they'll be looking at the clock because they have an opportunity here to get some more points on the board, but the clock is counting down less than a minute to go.
And they have a good kicker in Bullard, so we'll see if they can get it close enough for him to take a shot at it. Spencer in the slot. Logan wide to the left. I formation. Quick pass out to Spencer. Spencer to the 30. Tries to get to the corner and out of bounds, and does at the 25. A gain of 5 on the play. Anthony Spencer, the all-district wide receiver, with a nice run right there. You know, Bill, next week we start district play. Coffeyville coming here to Bruce. We look forward to that. And, of course, Calhoun City playing South Pontotoc. So next weekend, it's all for all the marbles as far as the state playoffs.
We'll be loaded next week with 4 homecomings, including Vardaman and Water Valley as well. So there'll be plenty of action next weekend.
I formation for the Trojans. Tillman on the draw play to Thomas. Not much running room for Marcus Thomas.
Thomas on the carry.
Marcus Thomas, one of those backs that can break one any time. But so far here tonight, the Blue Devils have maintained him very well.
And Don, they're going to spike the ball there to stop the clock. Trojans will stop the clock there, and we'll see what they elect to do here, whether they kick the ball.
So we'll wait and see. That does bring up 4th down with the spike. So they'll have a decision to make. Ball is at the 24. 4th down, and they're going to go for it. 4th and 4, and now they're going to take a timeout. I wasn't sure if they had a timeout, but apparently they did. And they're going to send out Bullard now and try a field goal. So Freddie Bullard will come in, and this will be about a 41-yard attempt for Bullard.
And Don, I don't know. We've seen some good kickers in high school action, but this will be quite an attempt here for Bullard. We'll see what he can do. But as you said, it's going to be a pretty good shot.
Evidently, he must have been kicking some from this distance in practice for Coach Ferguson to go for it here. And he's going to put it down at the 32, so it will be a 42-yard attempt. Anderson will hold. He's a pretty good runner, but not a lot of time to work with, only 20 seconds. So Bullard will try. Here's the kick. Blocked by Water Valley. They'll pick it up and be dropped across the way at about the 29. So the Blue Devils dodge a bullet and come away with a great defensive stand of their own there. And they will take over with only 12 seconds. And I would go down to a knee right here if I was the Blue Devils.
That's exactly right. Coach Phil Ferguson really upset over that block as the Water Valley Blue Devils got great penetration at the line, able to get their hand on the ball, and as you said, dodge a bullet, so to speak, and continue to only trail by 3.
So Pulley is still in at quarterback, working out of the eye. And back, he's going to throw it. Pulley lobs it up for Kirkendall. Kirkendall intercepted. Spencer has it. No time on the clock. He's to the 50. Spencer to the 45. Still on his out of bounds at the 40. I kept looking for him to flip it back to somebody, like California did. But 3 turnovers in the first half for Water Valley. One of them leading to a field goal for Bruce. And we go into the dressing room, 3-0 Bruce. Welcome back to the second half, and an onside kick to start the second half for Bruce. And a big pile-up. We'll see who has it. Looks like Water Valley recovered, and they'll have excellent field position, so a little trick play
Recovered by the Blue Devils.
by the Trojans fails, and so Water Valley gets good field position to start the second half from their own 49-yard line.
And we've seen Bruce do that several times on the season with the onside kick, and it has worked for them when they haven't had to have it. But that time it did not work. Water Valley will have good field position at midfield, as you said, Don, and we invite you and welcome you to the second. Leads it by a slim 3-0 over Water Valley. And once again, join us for the Calhoun Academy homecoming right after this game, and then we'll have the Calhoun City Cleveland game coming up. So a whole weekend full of football action here on TV7, TV34.
And with the bands and the statistics during the half, we didn't have a chance to talk about SEC action, but we will here throughout the second half.
That's right, we will, and we'll be talking about, of course, State playing, Ole Miss playing this weekend. A lot of SEC action going on, and we'll have all that for you here in the second half of play.
It looks like Bruce touched the ball before it went 10 yards, so Water Valley will have it 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Trojans. Walls back in at quarterback, rolls to his left, wants to throw down the field, and it is intercepted by Anthony Spencer, but he dropped it. He had it and dropped it as he tried to run before he caught it. And so it'll bring up 2nd down and 10
Intercepted by Spencer.
here for the Blue Devils.
Of course, Spencer had the interception there right to end the first half of play, and he starts off once again almost with interception, but could not contain the ball. But Water Valley having a tough time here on this first drive here in the second half of play, 2nd and 10.
2nd down, 10 yards to go for the Blue Devils. Peacock and Turner in the backfield behind George Walls. 5-man front for the Trojans. Here's the option. Walls flips it to Turner. Turner to the 45 and still on his feet to the 43. He's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Gain of 6 on the play for Ken Turner. Third down. 4 yards to go coming up. Make it 5. 3rd down, 5 for the Water Valley Blue Devils. Here's the give to Peacock up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down at the 41. That'll bring up 4th down for the Blue Devils here at about 2 to go for the first down.
Peacock on the carry. 4th down, 4th and 2 for the Blue Devils.
4th down, 2 yards to go for Water Valley. They'll go for it here from just inside the 42-yard line in Trojan territory. 4th and a long 2. Just underway second half. Ken Turner, the eye back, along with David Peacock at fullback. Double tight end set for the Blue Devils. Give to Peacock. He is going to be close to the first down inside the 40 to about the 39. Looks like he has the first down as he crossed the 39, and that was where he had to get.
That's right. I believe he did get it done without any measurement, and he did, and Water Valley will have it first down. And, you know, this is a good drive here put together by the Blue Devils, able to penetrate. Once again, they've had penetration all night in Trojan territory, but have not been able to come up with any points on the board.
You're right about that. Water Valley led the statistics in the first half, but came up short end on the scoreboard, and that's where it matters. Wide receiver comes to the near side. Walls back to throw, looking deep down the sidelines, up for grabs, incomplete, broken up by Marcus Thomas.
Pass broken up by Thomas.
Intended for number 6, who we do not have a listing for, on the Water Valley wide receiver. So it will be second down and 10 from the 39. Make it the 38-yard line is where they are on now. They mark it back to the 39. So the ball is at the 39-yard line. I formation for the Blue Devils. Second down, 10. Have done a good job moving the ball between the 20s, but haven't been able to score when they get down there. Walls on the keeper, dives forward to the 37.5. Gain of about 2. And it'll be third down and 8 yards to go.
Pulley on the carry, stopped by Gibson.
Gibson made the tackle there.
Courtney Pierce. Third and long 9.
And back in at quarterback is Reggie Pulley. So Coach Drury alternating the quarterback position here tonight with Pulley and Walls. Peacock and Turner in the backfield once again for the Blue Devils on third down and 9 yards to go. Double tight end. Handoff is to Turner. He is stacked up behind the line. Number 60, Scoggins, is there again. Andy Scoggins, 185 junior.
On the carry, stopped by
And if I was picking an MVP right now, I'd pick Andy Scoggins.
Scoggins rung the bell that time and able to make the big stop for the Trojans. Andy Scoggins doing a great job there. Just heads up play there for Scoggins to put Water Valley enforcement in a fourth down situation. Boy, you can hear the pass from me. That's a nice lick.
So back to punt for the Blue Devils. Standing at the 50-yard line. High snap once again to Edwards. Edwards gets it off though and kicks it end over end. It will hit and roll, take a Water Valley roll down inside the 10, and it works out pretty good for the Blue Devils. Down to about the 6-yard line. And so Bruce will be pinned deep in their own end to start the first drive of the second half.
And a quick look at some more sponsors. Weeks Big Star, Eric, Mary, Steve, proud to be a part of the action here tonight. Go by and see Weeks Big Star, the deli bakery, of course, they have now, movie rentals, all at Weeks Big Star. Your one-stop shop for the weekend for all your grocery needs and more. Weeks Big Star and Bruce. Of course, Medlift Mobility and Blunt's Cleaners, A.D. Blunt staff in Calhoun City at Medlift and Blunt's Cleaners, proud to be a part of the action here tonight. Medlift and Blunt's Cleaners.
So the Trojans go on offense with quarterback Keith Tillman. Anthony Spencer, the dangerous wide receiver, comes to the left. Brad Logan to the right. Pitch sweep instead to Anderson. Anderson trying to get outside and gets to about the 9. Gain of 3 on the play.
Anderson on the carry.
And it'll be second down and about 7 coming up here for the Trojans. They're going to give him to the
Weekly on
10.
tackle.
Oh, no, he is at the 9. Pardon me. Second down, 7 yards to go here.
It looked like Roger, through the ball snap, was blitzing.
Second down, 7. Spencer comes to the near sidelines. Pro set backfield with Anderson and Thomas for the Trojans. Thomas held it 10 yards in the first half. Anderson stacked up and he spins back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That'll bring up third down and 7 here for the Trojans. And here comes Ormigo Spearman into the ball game, along with Brad Logan.
Anderson on the carry.
Checking out Wesley Harris and Andre Anderson. Third and 7. If Water Valley can hold here, they'll get good field position. Spearman and Thomas lined up behind Tillman. Look for Anthony Spencer right here. And we have some movement. Not sure who this will go against. Water Valley jumped, but let's see if they were drawn offsides or if they came across on their own. So we'll go down to the field and see what the call is here. Movement along the right side of the Bruce offensive line and the left side, and it is against Bruce. That'll back them up 5, and so it will be 3rd and 12 coming up here for the Trojans.
And you know, if Water Valley can hold here, Don, they will have excellent field position, some of the best they've had all night, once again in Bruce territory, and the penalty against the Trojans. So Water Valley looking good here in the 3rd quarter of play.
We're almost halfway through the 3rd quarter of play. No scoring as of yet here in the second half. Still 3-0 Bruce. A 19-yard field goal by Bullard in the first half. Here's Thomas. Thomas spins off one tackle, but finally brought down back at the 9-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down, and Bullard will come in and punt it away for the Trojans.
As we said, you know, Water Valley will be back around midfield. They'll have an opportunity to get the punt return. They'll have great field position, bar no turnovers here. So Blue Devils looking good here to try to get their first points on the board of the game. Bruce leads it only 3-0. So now Bruce will set up for the punt.
And Water Valley, if I was them, I would go for the block here. 4th and 8, a chance to block it, maybe recover for a touchdown. Spearman comes in the game late for the Trojans. Give them an extra blocker. Looks like they're setting up the return, however. Bullard gets it off in a hurry, and it's a good spiral. It'll be taken at the 42. Pulley going the wrong way. Drop back at the 47. Loss of 5 on the return. And so they will take over.
It could have been a whole lot worse, you know, for Bruce. Pulley did back it up 5 yards negative, but, you know, Water Valley could be sitting down at the 30-yard line in Bruce territory. But not too bad field position considering how far back Bruce was, pushed back deep in their own end zone. Water Valley now with good field position in Bruce territory.
Offensive plays tonight. Bruce has run the ball, has 22 plays on offense, Water Valley 32. So Water Valley has had the ball more than Bruce tonight. They moved the ball well, but have not been able to score, as we mentioned earlier. I formation. Give to Peacock. Good running room up the middle once again for David Peacock. Down to the 41.
Fully on the carry.
Gain of around 5 yards on the play. Amigo Spearman made the stop for the Trojans.
Gain of 5, bring up 2nd and 5 for the Blue Devils.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. Kirkendall to the near sidelines. Double tight end set for the Blue Devils. They run with mostly out of the I formation tonight. Not a lot of that double wingback ball on the ground. Ken Turner recovers it at the 39. And actually they're going to gain about 3 yards on the fumble. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 2 here for Water Valley.
Not a whole lot of offensive excitement here to talk about in this 3rd quarter of play. You know, Water Valley has owned the field position throughout the 3rd quarter, but there's just been very little offense. And once again, the defense continues to set the tone for this ball game.
And we talked to Coach Ferguson earlier today. If you watched the coach's show, he mentioned that Bruce has not been turning the ball over this year, and tonight they haven't done so as well. So they've been able to protect the ball. Water Valley has turned it over 3 times tonight. I formation here for the Blue Devils on 3rd and 2. Here's Peacock. He's got the first down inside the 35 to the 34. First down, Blue Devils. Once again, they'll move the chains.
Peacock has been a big factor in the running game for Water Valley here tonight. He's been able to pick up the small yardage up the middle. Not a great big run, not a big guy, but able to really pick up some critical yards right as they need them, just as in that situation there.
And they're going to mark him down at the 35. It said his knee was down, so they mark him back at the 35. Peacock and Turner in the backfield now. Bruce in a 5-2 defensive front now. Here's the give of the second man through. Turner to the 30. Dropped there, gain of 5 on the play right off the right side. Brad Logan got a part of his ankle as he went by. Spearman finished him off along with Spencer. It'll be 2nd down 5 here for the Blue Devils. Reggie Pulley's back in the game at quarterback. Interesting move there because Walls was moving the ball pretty well. Kirkendall checking with the play. So Coach Drury going with a 2 quarterback set here tonight. Second down, they're going to call it 6 yards to go from the 30. Kirkendall goes wide to the right. Peacock and Turner in the backfield once again behind Reggie Pulley. Pulley on the option, goes the other way. Little counter move, has a first down, has some running room, and tripped up inside the 20 to the 17. He had one man to beat there, Bill. Reggie Pulley was tripped up, or else he would have had 6 points.
Nice run, nice scrambling by Pulley. You know, of course, he caught it up earlier when they put the pressure on him, but there he makes up for it as he gets a great big first down play and keeps the drive alive and for Water Valley to get the first touchdown of the game. Nice play there by Reggie Pulley to scramble for the first down.
Pulley's one of those types of players that you have to take the good with the bad. He makes some mistakes, but he also makes some big plays. And he showed there he can run the ball very efficiently. Here's the quarterback on the, tried to sneak it, but we have a flag down there, blow it dead. And that may be a dead ball penalty possibly against the Blue Devils. Let's wait and see. It is illegal procedure against Water Valley. So that will back them up 5 yards. And so it'll be 1st and 15 yards to go. 3rd straight illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. They have 4 penalties now for 30 yards on the night. Bruce 5 for 54. Kirkendall comes wide to the right. Haven't seen Kirkendall touch the ball here tonight. Water Valley has not completed but 1 pass, and it was for no yards. I formation here for the Blue Devils. Pulley flips it to Turner. Turner hit hard by Spearman at the 30, or at the 20, and driven backwards. You're not going to run through Migo Spearman. And he met him head on that time and dropped him for no gain, or make it 5 yards on the play, I believe.
Spearman able to use that strength and size and drop him. Migo Spearman with so many tools here tonight as a high school player.
Pardon me, 1 yard on the carry to the 21. And it's 2nd down and 14 here for the Blue Devils. Pulley still in at quarterback. Gives up the middle to Peacock. Peacock has a gap inside the 10, down to the 8. 1st and goal, I believe, here. He's going to be close to the first down. We'll wait and see.
Spencer and Anderson made the tackle.
Anderson was there to make the stop along with Anthony Spencer for the Trojans. It's going to be close to the first down. It's going to be a little bit short, though, about 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 here for the Blue Devils.
3rd and long 2 for the Blue Devils.
Hardy comes wide to the right for Water Valley. They've been running out of that double tight end set most of the night. Here's the option once again. Pulley will keep it. First down, Water Valley. Down inside the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal to go here for the Blue Devils.
Once again, Pulley having success keeping the ball, scrambling, able to dodge some tacklers and get the first down. And Water Valley now with an excellent opportunity to take the lead in the game here tonight.
1st and goal to go here at the 3-yard line for the Blue Devils. So they'll have 4 cracks at it here unless they are stopped and they'll decide to go with a field goal. We'll wait, see if the Bruce defense can hold. Handoff, right side, he's in the end zone. That is going to be, I believe, let's wait and see. I'm not sure. I didn't see who that was. I think it was Peacock on the carry. David Peacock with a 3-yard run for the touchdown. And Water Valley takes the lead for the first time, 6-3. And let's see if they go for 1 or for 2 here. They're sending in the kicker, and they're going to go for 1.
And once again, Peacock doing the job straight up the middle for small yardage and able to carry it over and break the plane there and get the TD. Nice job by Peacock. He's been the running game here tonight.
Here's Gray for the extra point. There's a snap. Gets it down. The kick is a line drive. And it is going to be good. Just did go through the left side. And Water Valley takes the lead here with 9 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's the Blue Devils 7, the Trojans 3. Spencer and Thomas back to receive, and they're up at the 20-yard line. And a low kick is going to take a good roll, picked up by Thomas at the 17. Thomas up to the 23, and he is hit hard by Kirkendall at the 23, and Marvin Kirkendall put a stick on Marcus Thomas that time. And Marcus Thomas has not been able to get anything going here tonight.
You know, Thomas still looking for that big run he usually has to explode, and he has not been able to do it. The Water Valley defense has shut him down. Special teams have shut him down and have not allowed him to get the big gain tonight. The only real big gain we've had was off of a great pass to Spencer, and then of course number 4, Spearman had the big run in the first half of play as we come to the end of the third quarter, Don.
So at the end of the third quarter, Water Valley comes through with the big touchdown with 9 seconds to go in the quarter. They lead 7-3, and we're going to cut you to a station break, hear from some more of our sponsors, and we'll be right back with the exciting fourth quarter of play right after this. As we get ready for the fourth quarter, it's first down Trojans at the 22-yard line. I formation, pitch sweep to Thomas. Thomas wants to throw deep down the sidelines for Spencer. He's got it at the 45 and dropped it. Had it in his hands and dropped it. Intended for Anthony Spencer.
Spencer is incomplete.
Marcus Thomas, being left-handed, was rolling to that side and made a perfect throw, a little bit short, but Spencer should have caught the ball.
As you said, he had control, but he could not hang on. It would have been a huge play for the Trojans. Could not hang on to the ball, and it'll be second down after a great attempt there by Spencer for Bruce.
Back to action here, split back formation for the Trojans. Hand off, good room for Thomas. Thomas has a gap to the 50, brought down to the 46. And we've been waiting for Thomas to break one. And there was the big one down to the Water Valley 46-yard line.
You know, he finally broke it, Don, and got it down there. Just a great play run by Thomas. You know, I know he's a cousin to Fred Thomas, and of course Fred really successful at some college play, and Fred playing now up in Tennessee. But Marcus Thomas, there's a lot of those Thomases. They're all talented when you get them on that turf. Marcus Thomas, no exception. A great play there by the youngster.
It's probably been a Thomas on Armstrong here for many years here at Bruce. That's a name that coincides with Bruce Trojan football, and another good one in Marcus Thomas. He's up to 51 yards now on the ground tonight. There's the give to Anderson. Anderson spins inside the 40 to the 37. Nice pickup there for Andre Anderson.
On the carry. Stop was made by Cockadall.
Gain of 8 on the play for Anderson. And it'll be second down and 2 here for the Trojans as Spearman checks back in. Anderson came up a little bit gimpy on the play, and Coach Willie Ray Brown over there will take a look at him.
Gain of 8, second and 2 for the Trojans.
Spencer comes wide to the near side. Brad Logan goes wide to the left. Bruce hasn't passed much tonight, but when they have, they've been pretty effective. Handoff to Spearman. Spearman down to the 36. He's going to be short of the first down by about a yard, it appears. Gain of 1 on the play.
Spearman, not a lot of daylight there, Dunn. He didn't have a very good block, and just not able to get much out of that one. And we'll see how they spot the ball. They're going to bring it in.
We'll take a look at it. It looks like it's going to be short, but we'll wait and see. Third down and 1 for the Trojans. Spearman and Thomas in the backfield behind Tillman. Tillman has done a good job at quarterback here tonight. Hasn't turned the ball over any. Handoff to Spearman. First down. He'll move the chains down to about the 38-yard line for the Trojans. And it's first and 10 for Bruce. Recapping that scoring drive for Water Valley as they took the lead. After Bruce was pinned deep in their own territory, Water Valley took over at the Bruce 46 and drove 46 yards, all on the ground, and Peacock finished it off with a 3-yard run with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter, and that's where we stand, 7-3. We're now at the 10-15 mark in the fourth quarter. First and 10 for the Trojans, a new set of downs. Handoff to Thomas. Thomas hit, then hit again and pushed backwards.
Thomas on the carry.
Kevin Wise, the first man to hit him. Then Sam Pryor came along and pushed him back. And it's going to be a loss on the play back to the 35.
Once again, a nice play by Water Valley defense to read the play well and not allow Marcus Thomas any holes, because if you give him a couple of shots there, he'll burn you, but able to control him on that play once again. They have controlled him pretty much all night.
Second down and 11. Thomas has just 50 yards tonight. on only 13 carries. Tillman might have fumbled the snap a little, and he is dropped for a loss back at the 37, 38-yard line. Coming through was Kevin Wise, number 47, senior at 2:15, made the stop, and Bruce now faced with a third down, 13 yards to go.
And this will be a big play for the Trojans on third down. They trail it now by 4, 7-3 after a touchdown run in the third quarter by the Blue Devils. And Bruce now faced once again. We've seen a lot of these third down plays tonight, and here's another one.
Passing situation here for the Trojans. Spencer to the right, in tight to the line. Back to throw. Tillman has good time. Throws incomplete as he threw it too low. Intended for Anthony Spencer.
Incomplete, intended for Spencer.
And decision time now for Coach Phil Ferguson. Do you try to pin Water Valley deep, or do you go for it here? Looks like they're going to punt it. Still plenty of time, 8:32 to go. So you pin them deep here, hope for a turnover, or at least get the ball back with good field position. 4th down and 13. And Bullard will drop back to kick it away.
Bullard back in punt formation.
He'll stand at midfield. Water Valley expecting the fake because they're not anybody deep. Here's a good kick by Bullard. And it's going to hit down inside the 10 and roll inside the 5. Excellent kick by Freddie Bullard. And they have pinned the Blue Devils inside their own 5. So a good kick by Freddie Bullard. First and 10 for the Blue Devils, deep in their own territory, leading 7-3. Handoff is to the fullback. Not much room in there for Peacock. Stacked up around the 5 by the Trojan defense.
Peacock on the carry, stopped by Clark.
I want to mention, in case you were not aware, Okolona a loser last night to Faulkner, their first loss of the year. Of course, that's one of the teams that we'll see later on this year against both Bruce and Calhoun City later on in the season. And we will start division play next week, and we'll be here for Coffeyville Bruce, and we'll have some other games as well next week. Handoff up the middle. Peacock just protecting the ball, and he got a couple on the play. Casey Clark, the middle linebacker, was there to make the stop.
You know, next week also, it'll be Water Valley's homecoming. We'd like to remind our viewers we'll be doing that contest as well against Rosafort, I believe it is, done, and have some big homecoming ceremonies in Water Valley. We look forward to that game down there. Of course, Vardaman will be hosting Alexander, and Calhoun City, I believe, will have South Pontotoc. So we have a lot of action next week. We don't know exactly what games we'll do, but we'll have some good homecoming ceremonies for you.
3rd down and 7 for the Blue Devils. Pulley is going to be dropped for a loss. Scoggins was there again. Andy Scoggins on the stop. And Water Valley will have to kick from deep in their own territory. And Bill, do you go for the block here? You got them pinned down there deep.
I would say you would try to go for the block on this play, Dunn, and even if you, of course, if you don't get it, you still get, Bruce should get great field position in Water Valley territory.
Of course, if you run into him and don't rough him, I'm not sure about that rule in high school, but should only be a 5-yard penalty. And they're going to take a safety. Not a bad play there by Water Valley. Rather than giving Bruce good field position, they're going to go ahead and give him the 2 points. And Bruce will get the ball back. As Water Valley will have to kick off from the 20. They'll have an option to either punt it or kick it off. But that makes it only a field goal to win this game, and you got a good kicker in Freddie Bullard.
That's exactly right, and I wonder if Coach Chick Drury was thinking about that when he did that. But, you know, he's the coach, and they feel that's the best decision. Make Bruce work to get that yardage. But as you said, they can get, you know, of course, Bullard had a kick blocked a little while ago, but he does have a good leg, and Trojans can win it with 3. So, you know, Water Valley has to think about that. That play could come back and haunt them.
I think it was a good call by Drury. Coach Drury able to make Bruce, as you said, work for the score rather than giving them good field position up at about the 35-yard line. And that's where they would have gotten it. So the crowd getting into the game here, back in their Trojans, trying to stay undefeated on the season. Water Water Valley will kick it off from the 20. They don't even use a tee. It's going to be a squib kick. Spearman grabs it at the 44 and falls down there at the 44-yard line. Rushing yardage tonight. Water Valley, 39 carries for 170 yards on the ground. Bruce, 25 carries for 112 yards. In the air, Water Valley's 1 for 5, no yards. Bruce is 3 for 5, 41 yards in the air.
And real quick, Don, Napa Auto Parts, Valley Auto Parts, your Napa dealer in Water Valley, proud to be a part of the Blue Devil game here tonight. Go by and see the people, Randy and all the folks at Valley Auto Parts on Main Street in Water Valley, your Napa dealer, proud to sponsor this game. Valley Auto Parts, your Napa dealer, Main Street in Water Valley.
First down for the Trojans at the 44. Here's Thomas. Thomas inside run on the trap play to the 48.
Thomas on the carry.
A gain of 4 on the play for Marcus Thomas. 5:45 and ticking to go in this game. And we're installed for an exciting finish here from Bruce Field tonight.
And if you've looked at the scoreboard, we're not playing a baseball game here tonight, 7-5. But Bruce did get the safety against Water Valley. And now Bruce threatening to get in field goal range, and they could win this one here tonight.
Spencer comes wide to the right, near side of the field. Spearman in at fullback along with Marcus Thomas, who has played the entire game. Hand off to Thomas. He has a gap inside the 45, down to the 40, down to the 37. First and 10 Trojans at the Water Valley 37-yard line. It's been a while since since Bruce has scored a touchdown against Water Valley. This is the third year they haven't scored a touchdown. So they're wanting to get into that end zone or at least get a chance for a field goal. First and 10, just inside the 38-yard line for the Trojans.
Hey, y'all stop kicking the bleachers.
Spearman and Thomas in the backfield. Pitch sweep to Spearman. Spearman is hit in the backfield and dropped at the 40. Flag on the play.
Turner on the tackle.
Turner made the stop for Water Valley. Wait and see what the penalty flag is.
The bleachers, we haven't got money to replace them.
No flag. They're going to disregard the flag. So a loss on the play. Back to the 40. Second down and 12 coming up here for the Trojans. Good job by Water Valley that time to keep Spearman from getting ahead of steam. They caught him in the backfield before he could get going. So Anderson is back in the backfield along with Thomas. Keith Tillman, the quarterback. Tillman rolls out, wants to go deep for Spencer. Single coverage out here, underthrown and almost intercepted by George Walls, who had it in his hands and could not hold on. It'll be third down coming up.
Fortunate play for the Trojans, Don, and Walls could not hang on because, of course, that would have killed the drive. And Spencer, the ball was underthrown. Spencer had his man beat, but the ball was not thrown far enough, and Trojans now will be facing that third down situation. And we're going to have a timeout on the field now, it looks like. Bruce will take a timeout. I believe that's their first of the second half. And 4:18 or 4:10 to go, and Bruce trails 7-5. Third down and 12 here for the Trojans. Spencer goes wide to the right. I formation for the Trojans. Anderson and Thomas. Fake handoff to Thomas. Rolling right is Tillman. Has time, throws over the middle. Almost intercepted again. It went through the hands of Casey Clark and then also through the hands of the defender for Water Valley. It'll be fourth down here for the Trojans, and they may be forced to go for it here with only 4:11 to go. That's right, Don. They're out of field goal range. They will probably be forced to go for it. The clock is a factor now in the ball game, and we'll see what Coach Phil Ferguson elects to do. Looks like he will go for it. Tillman's still on the field.
Fourth down.
Fourth down and 12. Big play right here for both teams. Tillman back, fakes it to Thomas. Under some pressure, steps up, throws over the middle, got a man wide open, incomplete. Casey Clark was all alone. Nobody there for Water Valley, but Tillman overshot him.
Casey Clark had the perfect opportunity. Tillman overshot him. Casey Clark, I don't know if he was looking for the ball in time, but had he, I think, noticed the pass quicker, he could have caught the ball, but now Water Valley will take over. So the Blue Devil defense holds true and does the job, and the ball will be turned over. They'll have it 1st and 10. Trojans still come up short. They trail it 7-5.
And Bill Tillman has not completed a pass in the second half. He's 0 for his last 5. He started 3 for 3. He's now 3 for 8 and 41 yards. So he's having a tough second half here for the Trojans. Still time to go if Bruce can hold them and get the ball back. It's 4:03, and as you said, they only need a field goal to win this game. High formation for the Blue Devils. Pulley, the quarterback, give to Peacock. Peacock to the 41-yard line.
Peacock on the
And it's almost time to start thinking about an MVP, but we don't know who's going to win the game yet, so we'll hold up on that one. Peacock, one of the leading candidates. He's had a good game here tonight from the fullback position.
Of course, Bruce right here would love to hold Water Valley and keep them from getting the first down, try to get the ball back with a little time left on the clock. Water Valley, of course, would love to have the first down play.
3:30 to go in the ball game. Our formation, 2nd down and 8 for Water Valley. Option play, Pulley on the keeper to the 45. He is nailed up around the 48.5-yard line. Short of the first down, it looks like.
on the carry, stopped by Scoggins.
By maybe a half a yard. And Bruce is going to get a break as they'll stop the clock here to measure on 3rd down. Third down, 1 yard to go for the Blue Devils. Pulley under the center, dropped the ball, still on the ground, recovered by Bruce Trojans at the 40. Brad Logan fell on it, and a big break for the Trojans.
Brad Logan on the fumble recovery. Trojans 1st and 10 on the Blue Devils.
And why in the world
1-yard line.
do you want to try to run an option play with Pulley when you've got Peacock running right up the middle?
I don't know, it didn't make sense, and Don, it backfired on the Blue Devils, and to talk about Bruce, a huge break for the Trojans, and now they have an opportunity. They have life back into the crowd. They're back right in the ball game. As you said, this game is not decided by no means.
It's not over yet, 2:50 to go. Tillman will have another chance to redeem himself after the bad pass. Handoff to Thomas, nowhere to go for Thomas. Sam Pryor was there, along with number 10, Chris Harris. 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. This crowd into the ball game now, a lot of them on their feet. Water Valley fans across the way excited as well. All the coaches uptight. Pitch sweep to Thomas. Thomas trying to get around the corner. Flag down on the play. That may be a holding penalty.
Thomas on the carry.
There went another flag. And we'll sort all this out here in just a moment.
Flag.
As Thomas carried for about 5 yards, but it's going to come back. Penalty against the Trojans.
Against the Trojans.
So Fred Thomas able to find the cut, find the hole, but there was a holding call. And, you know, once again, Bruce having a tough time penetrating to even get in field goal range for Bullard to get a shot at the ball game. So once again now, Water Valley defense doing the job.
Coach Ferguson told us earlier about the penalties this year have hurt the Trojans. They have 6 for 64 yards here tonight. And that was a huge one right there. Under 2 minutes to go. 2nd down and 20. Logan wide to the right. Spencer in the slot. High formation for the Trojans. Back to throw Tillman. Under some pressure. Dumps it off on the screen to Thomas. Thomas up to the 50, 45, 40. Out of bounds. Down about the 37-yard line.
Pass complete to Thomas.
Still going to be short of the first down, but he got a lot of the yardage back. Minute 32 to go, and the clock stopped. They're going to put the ball down at the 37.
You know, you and I saw a fantastic comeback by the Vardaman Rams last weekend. And, you know, should Bruce pull it off here again? Of course, they did start leading the game, but this has been a tight one throughout here tonight.
Third down and 3 coming up for the Trojans. Spencer wide to the right. Here's the give, left side of Thomas. First down, Trojans. Inside the 30 to the 28.
Thomas on the carry, but we have a flag.
Flag on the play, though. Face mask, I believe, against Water Valley, but I'll wait and see. I thought he grabbed the face mask. Let's see. That is the call. 15 yards against Water Valley.
So, Don, you know, now you can start thinking about your field goal unit, even though you still have some downs, but I would say they're in range of Bullard now.
You're right about that, but I think Coach Ferguson would like to see him get in the end zone and not have to worry about it coming down to a kick. Of course, Joey Embry, the kicker last year, a lot of you may remember that overtime game against UPOR where he won it with a kick going the same direction. Hand off to Thomas, spins for a couple inside the 15-yard line.
Thomas on the carry.
Marcus Thomas, timeout by Bruce. Second down, 9 yards to go for the Trojans. Clock becoming a factor now, only 49 ticks to go. They should be in the range of Freddie Bullard, but they want to get a little bit closer at least. But you don't want to take a chance of turning the ball over here. Handoff up the middle. Thomas has room. Thomas down inside the 10, about the 7.
Thomas on the carry.
He's going to be close to a Bruce first down. 36 seconds and ticking. And it will be short. Third down and 2 coming up here for the Trojans. They should have one timeout remaining, though. 20 seconds to go. They're going to have to run a play here, stop the clock, and get the field goal unit in. Handoff to Whistle Blue as Thomas got the handoff. Timeout taken by Bruce as the 25-second clock might have been close to expiring. And Freddie Bullard is going to put this game on his shoulders and try to win it here with a field goal.
That's right. They're in his range, and we'll see what can happen. He had an attempt blocked earlier, but we'll see if Freddie Bullard can put it through the uprights and beat Water Valley for the first time in 2 years. Water Valley has owned this series, and we'll see what happens here, Don.
You know, Bill, Marcus Thomas only had 10 yards or 12 yards at halftime. He has 87 now for the game, so a good second half for Marcus Thomas. 75 yards here in the second half. Total of 147 tonight for the Trojans on the ground. And, of course, as we said, no yards passing here in the second half, so they've done it all on the ground.
So the game falls down to that young man, number 12, Freddie Bullard. If he can put the Blue Devils away tonight, 11 seconds left. They blocked an earlier attempt by Bullard, but it was from further out. We'll see what happens here. There'll be a lot of penetration, hopefully, on the offensive line.
Excuse me, Bill. Looks like it's going to be about 26 yarders. They're going to put it down right at the 16. They do have it in the middle of the field, which is a good sign. So it is a straight kick for the straight-in kicker, Freddie Bullard. 7-5 your score. It all comes down to this kick for Freddie Bullard. There's a snap. The kick is up. It is good. Bruce takes the lead, 8-7. Only 5 seconds to go in the ball game, and the Trojans lead it 8-7. So I don't think there's any doubt in our minds as far as the MVP tonight. Freddie Bullard has to be the guy. 2 field goals have won it. Of course, honorable mention to Marcus Thomas with a good second half on the ground.
And, you know, Scoggins has had some big plays as well, Don. Bruce has really played well tonight, several guys, but I agree with you with Bullard. He has come through with a kicking game.
Onside kick to the 46. I don't know about that call, but I don't think you want to give the deep man a chance to run it back, but I might have kicked it a little bit further than that.
You know, that's right. Only 5 seconds left on the clock, but, you know, Water Valley had to pull off a miracle here, but miracles still happen. Houston won here and stunned the Bruce crowd a couple of years back, but It will take a miracle tonight from the Blue Devil team.
It's something about this right side of the field. Every game comes down to the right side of the field. The comeback against Calhoun City, the win over Upor, and again tonight. High formation. Water Valley's just going to throw it up for grabs and hope for the best. Pulley throws a little out. That's not going to work. Kirkendall still on his feet. Drops. That's the ball game. Bruce wins it 8-7, and they're 5-0, folks.